Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we'll be watching another Lost in the Pond video. This one is what a British expat loves most about America. Air conditioning. Ooh, free refills. That's always a good one. Let's take a look.
From Lost in the Pond, and this week...
Start over.
Hello, Ponders. This is Lawrence Brown from Lost in the Pond, and this week I am going to be talking about all the things that I like about living in the United States. This idea comes from Jamie on YouTube, so thank you for that, Jamie. And yeah, so a good place to start would probably be my wife, though don't tell her, is somebody I like or something.
Because she's American, right?
That I like. Well, you're not a thing, you're a human. Although, of course,
humans
the
things.
viewers back home don't know that for certain. You could just be an automated voice they hear off camera.
Uh-oh. Actually, this is before AI. So, yeah, I'm sure he's okay.
I mean, I like her enough that I moved here for her. I love the fact, actually, that yellow school buses are real. They're not just a part of just the films. I used to think they were made up just for films.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. The U.S. uses a lot of their stuff in actual films. So, yeah, not everything's really just made up in the same respect, I guess.
And so every day here, every morning feels like you're in that scene in Superman where the bus is, and Superman comes and
there's
saves
a lot of
it.
yellow
It's not quite
buses
that
here.
dramatic, but it's still, nonetheless, a great novelty to see them driving past every time. Hello, cat. What are you doing? My cat decided to...
A lot of the buses in the UK are red, right? But those probably aren't for school buses either. It's been a while since I've been there.
join in the proceedings. Come up here. Introduce yourself. Doesn't want to. He's camera shy. My cats. I love those, although they're Russian. So we should probably point that out. Russian blues. Not really American.
Yeah,
though,
close enough.
Well, we've got quite a little multicultural thing going on in this house. Me British, the wife American, the cats Russian, and the bugs that come in look like they've come from the Amazon rainforest. I love the fact...
No, they're in Indiana. No, those are Indiana bugs. Those are absolutely Indiana bugs. Oh, jeez.
I'm living in a country that has sent men to the moon. It has sent motorized vehicles to Mars, and just recently a NASA flyby of Pluto, which was amazing. I think that we need to put more funding into space exploration and get us off this planet.
I think NASA and then is starting to cut back on all that now, aren't they? They're like, nah, we don't want to spend money on that. We're going to spend money on other things, like weapons.
Eventually. What else do I like?
Air conditioning!
Yeah. I do. I never thought I'd like air conditioning so much.
Perfect pause point. Yeah, I mean, so let's see here. I'm out in an area where air conditioning is not always required, but it is required for a couple of weeks out of the year. So a lot of the times it's around 70 degrees, maybe 60, sometimes 80 here. But some days it usually hits 105. And apparently they really don't have AC in the UK or in Europe in general. Now, a lot of places are starting to get AC there, but it just wasn't a thing. Kind of like how if in a lot of places in Europe, if you rent an apartment, your kitchen is basically empty, like completely empty. There's no appliances or anything. You bring your appliances with you. Whereas in America, you rent a place and it has a few basic things. There's usually a fridge. There's usually a stove, all the basics. But then again, a lot of people in America jump around rentals every year or so, whereas it's a little bit different when you rent in Europe. So a lot of people like to rent basically forever. So, but anyway, a little tangent.
Because I never knew I needed it. So living in England, obviously the upper floors get really warm and humid, but British people are very, what's the word?
Dumb.
British people are very stubborn when it comes to not insulating.
It's also like talking to people in the street. Everyone around here, for the most part, will be like, yeah, sure, I'll help you with something. But if you even say anything when you're walking around the street over there, you get mugged. Or you think that they're going to mug you.
Installating. I've just made up a word. Installing air conditioning. But actually, it's one of the greatest things I've ever discovered. I haven't discovered it. Somebody else discovered it before me.
The Greeks.
The Greeks invented air conditioning.
Yeah, of course they did. It's great right up until you move to Arizona and your first electric bill for the summer is $800.
Are you just pulling this off? Where are you getting this from?
No, that's true.
Right, but
But not like electric air conditioning. They used to have vents that they would build
Right.
in the floorboards because they knew that underground it was cooler. And so that cool air would be pushed up through the floorboards into their homes and kept them cool in the summer.
Okay, we should definitely watch a video on that because that sounds like an interesting ancient technology.
it's amazing. It's amazing what you learn. We had to turn the air conditioning off for this video so it didn't interrupt with the sound, and now I'm regretting it.
AC can be a bit loud.
What I really love about the US, and I can't wait to see more of it, is how picturesque it is and how varied it is in terms of that.
It is if you leave certain parts of the country. Like if you go into the mountains and a lot of the lakes and things and just away from people, then you get a lot of picturesque stuff. But, you know, where people are is garbage.
You just drive down to the south of Indiana and suddenly you see a completely different terrain to what is up in the north. But that's just a small scale model for you. If you look at the US as a whole, you've got the Rockies, you know, you've got the Appalachians, you've got down.
Yeah, a lot of people totally forget there are actual whole mountain ranges within the US. You know, obviously the people who live in those ranges are like, "Oh, you guys are idiots," but a lot of people don't even pay attention. They're like, "Oh yeah, there are mountains here. Oh yeah, there is a desert here. Oh yeah, there's plains that go on for eternity here."
In Florida, the Everglades, you've got just the south, you've got the deserts out west. Just beautiful, isn't it? I love accents, American accents from across the country. You get people from the south who talk nothing like that. You do your southern accent.
Go to the Tasty Freeze.
I like what?
Tasty Freeze.
Go to the Tasty Freeze. I don't even know what that is.
We can get
Oh yeah, those places are great. I got one down the street.
ourselves some groceries.
I don't got no groceries. I don't know what that is.
But we have to get them in time for a family reunion, because if we don't, then we're going to miss all the country action.
Right. I like our reflection in the background. She's just spinning around in a chair.
But you know, when you're down in Oklahoma, is that where I don't even know where I don't even know where this accent is coming from. Kentucky? You think this is Kentucky?
Yeah. It feels like he's mixing a ton of the Midwest together. Which is fine.
All right, a little West Virginia. Okay, I like the way they talk in West Virginia. It's they draw it out. It's beautiful. Any of my West Virginia fans.
My grandparents talk like this.
Oh, they do? Oh, I like that. I could listen to it all day. Wisconsin, as I've pointed out in a previous video, I could fall asleep to that accent.
I mean, to be fair, he's pretty good at accents. I'm really bad at accents. I just got my weird garbage mix accent. I'm an American mutt. I just have like a mixture of like 8 different accents because I've lived in a ton of random states.
Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Massachusetts, Boston. Don't tell anyone this. This is going out publicly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh well, don't tell anybody this, but I like Arby's a lot.
When he first made this video, he had like 500 subscribers, and now he's got like 800,000. Arby's? He said Arby's? Oh, all right. I'm surprised he made it to the last 10 years without dying.
I don't know why that is. If you put a gun to my head and say, choose a fast food chain now or you'll die, I'd choose Arby's over the others.
Why would we need to put a gun to your head? You're just going to die while you're there. Or is it Applebee's or Chili's?
Wife, you?
I don't really eat fast food anymore.
No, we've quit. What's another thing we really like?
Biking paths.
Baking pads?
Biking paths.
Biking pads.
I don't even know what that is.
You get them in England. I mean, it's not really unique to America.
Good point.
Bike paths. Okay. I heard biking pads, and I'm like, what the heck is that?
Tanning beds.
Again, and also we're not particular tanners. Nor are they really.
Oh yeah, I need a tanning bed for this nonsense. Do they not have those in the UK? I mean, I guess why?
Unique to the US.
You know, tanners are the people who like fix rawhide and leather.
Yeah, 'cause
that's
they
true.
tan your hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not. Just a personal moment here.
Yeah.
That we're having. What are the things?
Clawfoot tubs.
What?
Clawfoot tub.
Yeah, things that I've never heard of as well come up. Okay.
You know, I thought clawfoot tubs actually were something from Europe originally. That's actually interesting. I didn't know that was a U.S. thing. Now it probably isn't, but that'd be interesting to find out where the clawfoot tub actually originated from.
Occasionally.
We have the clawfoot tub.
A clawfoot tub. What is that?
Yeah.
A tub with clawed feet on it.
What?
Our shower.
What do you mean by?
I mean, it's
Oh, they have one. They have one in their house, and he still doesn't know what it is. That's fantastic. I love that.
elevated and it has clawed feet. That's why it's called a clawfoot tub.
Oh. Never heard of that. I love American English. Apparently, it loses me occasionally, but no, I do. In all seriousness, love studying
I'll show
American
you.
English. Well, do it. The viewers at home will get no benefit from you
yes,
showing
they
me a
will.
picture. Wait,
Just wait.
she's probably going to slide that in a sec onto screen.
Oh, nice.
What are you doing? What? Where is my
It's clawfoot tubs, dude.
background gone? I had my logo. I was branding my website, and now you've brought
And now
up.
I'm showing you a clawfoot tub because I'm educating you if it ever loads.
But we have these in England.
Yeah, but we have one in our bathroom.
I know we do, but this isn't. Again, this is about things that are uniquely American. That I.
Okay, so clawfoot tubs probably did originate somewhere in Europe. Man, I get some good pause points here. I like how at least 20% of this video is talking about a clawfoot tub, which isn't unique to either place.
I like.
Okay,
This
put
isn't-
your logo back up then.
What? Well, I like American people. Well, some of them.
yeah,
That's true of any
some of 'em.
country. You can't like everyone. But no, I like this sort of. I like the attitude of people here. Positive. No, is it positive? Not always, is it? I think people have this
I
idea.
think it was positive right up until right before 2020-ish. And then everyone in the US kind of became like Europeans. Don't talk to me on the street. Just don't talk to me.
that Americans are uniquely positive and are super confident, but I'm not sure that's always the case.
I'm not.
I'm not. Well, I'm not American. Am I? I'm not American.
You
Not
are
yet.
now.
No citizenship here.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
On its way, I'm sure.
No, and we'll talk about that later on. But on the point of
Oh, wait a second. I gotta see this.
I'm sure.
no, and we'll talk about that later on.
He's like, no, I'm not gonna get citizenship. Well, guess what? He actually did, and it was about less than a year ago. Still, that's pretty funny.
But on the point of American confidence and things, I'm sure it's true. I think you often do encounter people who can talk very confidently with pearly white teeth. But there are just as many people, I think, that are as insecure about the world as the rest of us.
Yeah, all of my lovely thumbnails have teeth whitening on them, because I can't afford to do it for my own teeth.
America does not have some kind of, untold monopoly on confidence, and I think
I'm
they're
confident.
confident enough to come on camera. I've tried.
Hey, we do see her on camera at some point. She comes on to your newer episodes, I believe. I've seen some of the new thumbnails, so we'll definitely take a look.
I've tried, believe me. What's another one?
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke. He's from London, isn't he? I thought he was a Cockney guy. Dick Van Dyke is American. That's astonishing. That is astonishing. Wow, it just puts Mary Poppins into new light now. I'm going to have to watch it again.
Okay, that was great. All right, to be fair, though, I mean, I don't even know the majority of stars anymore. Most of what I pay attention to is YouTube. If anything, these guys are more stars than any of the actual stars. At least they will be in the next 10 years or so. That's kind of how it's going to roll. That was pretty funny. I do like how at least 3 minutes of that was just talking about clawfoot tubs. That was perfect. All right, have a good day, everyone.